Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. We have our new companion, Kaliki, here, and, well, we're heading down and investigating these ruins, where hopefully we'll find a disc of the Eclipse, which will allow her and her sister to do something. Travel the planes together, I think is how she described it. But it's all cool. But the most important thing of all is that she's a new class. She's the Kineticist. Kineticist? Which is annoying, because I think that looking at her, she doesn't have any weapons on. So if she's an unarmed fighter, the fact that we got rid of all the unarmed trinkets is minorly annoying, but that's okay. Right. So she has a chain shirt on. She has no weapons of any note. She doesn't appear to have any ability to use weapons. What level is she right now? She is level... It's not going to tell me. Oh, she's level 5. Right. So does she... Hopefully she'll level up to my level. Let's have a look at her abilities. So, she gets Water Blast and Scorching Ray. Target within close range. Water Blast does bludgeoning damage. Okay. That's fine. It's also laid out differently than that one. Yeah, that's weird. Anyway. Kinetic Healer. With a touch, you can heal a willing living creature of an amount of damage equal to your Kineticist's blast damage. Oh, so Water Blast is like a specific type of damage. Or a specific type of attack. It's special. I understand. Shroud of Water increases shield bonus. You surround yourself with a Shroud of Water, ice, or both that protects you from harm. The Shroud can either cover your body, functioning as armor, or float around you, block attacks, functioning as a shield. It grants either a +4 armor bonus to AC or a +2 shield bonus to AC. Okay, and you can change the type of bonus as a standard action. This bonus increases by +1 for every 4 Kineticist levels you possess beyond the second. So that's going to be, at level 10, a +5 shield bonus, +7 armor bonus. By accepting 1 point of burn, you can increase the bonus by +1 until the next time your burn is removed. You can increase the bonus multiple times this way, but it can't be increased to more than 50% of its starting value. Okay. We got Gather Power Low, which is spends move action to gather energy or elemental matter and reduce the total burn cost of a chosen blast by 1. After that, use the chosen blast. To use this ability, the Kineticist seems to have both their hands free. This ability can never reduce the burn cost of a blast below 0. Alright, so I see this costs 0 burn. This costs 0 burn, but it's saying by accepting 1 point of burn. I don't know what burn is, but okay, we've got a couple different things we can do there. And then Gather Power Medium. Full round action, we gather power, and they reduce the total burn cost by 2. After that, they use it. Okay. If the burn cost drops to 0 before the whole round is spent, they stop gathering power and use the chosen blast immediately. Okay, and then Gather Power High. Full round action and a move action. Okay, fine. Shroud of Water. Surround yourself with a Shroud of Water. We've already read that one. But she has an increased shield bonus on that one. I understand. And then Shroud of Water again. So those are the same thing. Water Blast. Kinetic Blade. You form a weapon using your kinetic abilities. You create a non-reach, light, or one-handed weapon in your hand formed of pure energy or elemental matter. The Kinetic Blade shape is purely cosmetic and doesn't affect the damage dice, critical threat range, or critical multiplier of the Kinetic Blade, nor does it grant the Kinetic Blade any of the weapon's special features. You can use this form Infusion once as part of an attack action or charge action or full action in order to make melee attacks with your Kinetic Blade. Since it's part of another action, isn't an action of itself, using this wild talent doesn't provoke any additional attacks of opportunity. The Kinetic Blade deals your Kinetic Blast damage on each hit, applying any modifiers to Kinetic Blast damage as normal, but not your Strength modifier. The blade disappears at the end of your turn. Your weapon deals the same damage type of that of your Kinetic Blast deals and interacts with armor class and spell resistance as normal for a blast of its type. The Kinetic Blade doesn't add the damage bonus from Elemental Overflow. So this blast is like one that just kind of, so it would do water damage, I guess. It doesn't say that it does any damage. It doesn't say how much damage that does. Anyway. Metakinesis empowered. At 5th level, Kineticist gains the ability to alter Kinetic Blasts with as with metamagic feats by accepting burn. By accepting 1 point of burn. I don't know what burn is. She can empower her Kinetic Blast as if using empowered spell. Okay. That's fine. At 9th level, she can accept 2 as if using maximize spell, and she can use quicken spell. Okay. Deadly aim. Take a penalty on range attack rolls. Whatever. Tiefling. Simultaneously more and less than mortal, tieflings are offspring of human and fiends. With otherworldly blood and traits to match, tieflings are often shunned and despised out of reactionary fear. Most tieflings never know their fiendish sire, as the coupling that produces their curse occurred generations earlier. The taint is long-lasting and persistent, often manifesting at birth, or sometimes later in life, as a powerful, though unwanted boon. Despite their fiendish appearance and netherworld origins, tieflings have a human's capacity for choosing their fate, and while many embrace their dark heritage and side with the fiendish powers, others reject their darker predilections. Though the power of their blood calls nearly every tiefling to fury, destruction, and wrath, even the spawn of a succubus can become a saint and the grandchild of a pit fiend, an unexpected hero. Okay. Burn. Fantastic. At first level, a Kineticist can overexert herself to channel more power than normal, pushing past the limit of what is safe for her body by accepting burn. Some of her wild talents allow her to accept burn in exchange for greater effect, while others require her to accept a certain amount of burn to use that talent at all. For each point of burn she accepts, a Kineticist takes 1 point of non-lethal damage per character level. So she takes 5 damage for each point of burn? Alright then. That seems like a lot, but okay. This damage can't be healed by any other means than by getting a full night's rest, which removes all burn and associated non-lethal damage. Non-lethal damage from burn can't be reduced or redirected, and a Kineticist incapable of taking non-lethal damage can't accept burn. A Kineticist can only accept 1 point of burn per round. This limit rises to 2 points of burn at 6th level, and rises by 1 additional point every 3 levels thereafter. Okay. A Kineticist can't choose to accept burn if it would put her total number of points of burn higher than 3 plus her Constitution modifier, though she can't be forced to accept more burn from a source outside her control. A Kineticist who has accepted burn never benefits from abilities that allow her to ignore or alter effects she receives from non-lethal damage. Okay. So she can only have a maximum of 3 plus, well, her con modifier, so she can have 35 points of burn, because she'd have she'd have 35 non-lethal damage from burn with 7 points of it. Okay, I see why they wanted the rest of your party to go away, because you actually have to look at this and learn it, if you want to use it. Elemental focus, so you choose an element. Got it. Infusion. Alright. This was definitely one that was in a expansion pack for Pathfinder, like the actual tabletop game, because this is the kind of thing where somebody's like, I've bought my book and it tells me about Kineticists, and this entire book needs a purpose, so we're going to get some very complicated rules in this book to make it larger. That's the kind of thing that I'm getting from this. Anyway. At first level, a Kineticist gains Infusion, wild talent from the list of options available based on her elemental focus. She gains an additional Infusion at 3rd, 5th, whatever. Using Infusions along with her Kinetic Blast, and Kineticist can alter her Kinetic Blast to suit her needs. Infusions come in 2 types. A Substance Infusion causes additional effects, while a Form Infusion causes Kinetic Blast to manifest in a different way. Each Infusion can only alter certain kinds of Kinetic Blast, which are listed in its associated Blast entry. Each time a Kineticist uses one of her Kinetic Blasts, wild talent, so you can apply up to 1 associated Form Infusion and up to 1 associated Substance Infusion. Okay. Right. The DC save against Infusion is based on the associated Kinetic Blast effective spell level and not level of the Infusion. DCs for the form Infusions are calculated using the Kineticist Dexterity modifier instead of, there's more, the Dexterity modifier instead of her Constitution modifier. When a Kineticist modifies a Kinetic Blast with a Form Infusion and a Substance Infusion that requires a saving throws, each target attempts a saving throw against the Form Infusion. If the target succeeds and its successful save negates the Infusions, in fact, the entire Kinetic Blast is negated, otherwise the target then accepts a saving throw against the Substance Infusion. If a Kineticist Form and Substance Infusion both alter Kinetic Blast damage, apply the Substance Infusion alteration first. What the? I didn't understand a word of that, and I was reading it. Okay, Kinetic Blast. As a standard action, they can unleash a blast at a single target in close range. See, that one's good. Must have one free hand to aim the blast. All damage from the blast is treated as magic. Okay. Kinetic Blast counts as one type as a type of weapon for the purposes of feats such as weapon focus. Kineticists is never considered to be wielding or gripping the Kinetic Blast, and she can't use Vital Strike feats with Kinetic Blast. Even the weakest Kinetic Blast involves a sizable mass of elemental matter or energy, so the blast always deals full damage to swarms. Okay. Each blast is either a physical blast or an energy blast. Physical blasts are range attacks that deal an amount of damage equal to 1d6 plus 1 plus the Kineticist Constitution modifier, increasing by 1d6 plus 1 for every 2 Kineticist levels beyond the first. Okay, so that is for every 2 beyond the first. So at level 9, that's going to be 4 extra. So that's 5d6 plus 5 plus 4. So 5d6 plus 9. Okay. Energy blasts are composite blasts that deal... Sorry, I've lost where I was. Oh no, I skipped ahead, sorry. Energy blasts are ranged touch attacks that deal an amount of damage equal to 1d6 plus half the Kineticist Constitution modifier, increasing by 1d6. So that's going to be 5d6 plus 2. That's fine. Composite blasts combine elements to form a new blast. When the Kineticist gains a new element through expanded element, she gains access to all composite blasts for which she qualifies. So most composite blasts are either physical or air energy, like simple blasts, except they do 2d6. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Easy enough. And then we have water blast. So we shoot water. That's fine. Class skills. Got lower nature and athletics, extended range. So Kinetic Blast can strike any target within 50 feet. Wild talents. I'm just skimming to see if it says anything important. Not really. Okay, that one's fine. Shroud of Water. That's the shield one. By important, I mean anything we haven't already heard. Elemental Overflow. At 3rd level, a Kineticist's body surges with the energy from her chosen element whenever she accepts burn. In addition, she receives a bonus on attack rolls with Kinetic Blast equal to a total number of burn she currently has, to a maximum of +1 for every 3 Kineticist levels she possesses. So that would be plus 3 for us right now. She also receives a bonus on damage rolls with her Kinetic Blast equal to double the bonus on attack rolls, so +6. Body becomes more suffused with the element. She begins to get more powerful benefits. Level 6 gets a +2 size bonus plus to 2 physical ability scores of her choice. She also gains the ability to ignore critical hit or sneak attack equal to 5% plus her current number of points of burns. At 11th level, when they have 5 points of burn, the bonus is increased to a +4 size bonus. Okay, cool. Got it. So it's a lot of bonuses we'll get at different levels. So that's basically your level up bonus. Some of the extra bits there anyway. Kinetic Blade. You form a weapon using your kinetic abilities. You can create a weapon. We've already read this one, haven't we? Yeah. Heat adaptation. Fire resistance. Equal to twice your current amount of burn. Infusion specialization. At 5th level, whenever she uses one or more infusions with a blast, she reduces the combined burn cost of the infusions by 1. This can't reduce the total cost of infusions used below 0. Okay. Torrent. Alright, this is a one that actually costs burn to use. And it burns all things within a 30-foot line, dealing your normal blast damage or full damage for energy blast. Or half your normal damage or full damage if it's an energy blast. Okay. Shroud of Water. And then we got our feats, which are point and blank shot, precise shot, and deadly aim, which I assume all apply to our blasts, maybe? Okay, then we got Fiendish Resistance, which is 5 cold resistance, 5 electricity resistance, and 5 fire resistance. Tiefling Heritage, so we could be evil or we could not be, and then Hellspawn, Devil Spawn. While often rigid, stubborn, and highly focused on sticking to plans and schedules, Hellspawn often have a rare talent for penetrating others' facades. They know a lie when they hear one. You can often determine what hidden vice or secret shame motivates another. Hellspawn have a +2 racial bonus to Constitution and Wisdom, -2 penalty to Charisma, a +2 racial bonus on Persuasion when used for diplomacy and perception checks. You can also use a Scorching Ray spell once per day. That explains why we have it. Right. And the other stuff for her. Look at this class, by the way. What is going on here? There's way too many things. That's double the size of a normal class. Right, biography. She is true neutral. Interesting. Right. Are you ready to level her up? Okay, so. Oh, all of these look slightly different than they used to. I guess there's a new one on the list. Oh, okay, interesting. Well, we're going to stick with Kineticist. Because I've read it now and I should understand it. So we get a wild talent. I'm not going to load the pre-made build. I'll have no idea what's going on. I mean, we're at level 5 and I have no idea what's going on. Right, next. I would like points in stealth and perception. Because we get a bonus to perception. Because we're a tiefling. Yeah, because of our hellspawn-ish nature. That's fine, we'll take it. Right, here. We can choose a wild talent. So we can either have cold adaptation, so you gain cold resistance equal to twice your current amount of burn. Now that sounds like it's... I don't know whether we have to activate that or whether it's passive, but anyway. You form a friendship with a fragment of your element. The element speaks back to you empathetically like a familiar. Pick a type of creature, usually allowed as a familiar when you gain a wild talent. This familiar gains abilities for use as usual for a familiar of its type. Cool. Kinetic Restoration is recovering ability scores. Bonus feat Water. Character that selects this talent gains a bonus feat. The feats must be taken from the following list. Okay. You gain a skill focused. Become a skilled kineticist. So gain a bonus equal to half your kineticist level on skill checks with skills which your primary element added to your class skill list. Or slick. Call for slippery ice or water, creating the effects of grease spell for 1 round. You can accept 1 point of burn at the start of your turn to expend the duration. Okay, I'm going to select Elemental Whispers. Get myself a familiar. She is going to have a... What's a jerboa? Is that a snake? I'm tempted to choose duck. It's not the right option, but I am tempted to choose duck. I think cat sounds alright. Cat sounds a little bit better than duck. The will save on the centipede is alright, but you know, what kind of person chooses centipede as their familiar? 3 hit points? That's okay, I'd say. Initiative checks for the hare. Athletic checks. The jerboa might actually be the right option. 1 natural bonus to AC for the lizard, though. The monkey gets you mobility. Reflex saves for the rabbit. The rat gets you fortitude. Tarantula gets you athletics as well. And the viper gets you persuasion. You know what? I kind of like the viper idea, but I also think cat sounds maybe the best. We'll choose cat. As in, I think cat sounds like it would look the best. I'm going to level up Kineticist again. So we get expanded element. So at the 7th level, we get the ability to use another element. And that's what allows us to use the composite blasts. You see, I've been listening. To myself. And then I get the Kineticist blast next level. Okay, that's fine. So what do we want? We already have water. We choose water again. I want water twice. I want double water. What happens if we choose it twice? How do I unselect it? Wait, back. Level her up. She has very little on her bar of things we need to worry about, which is worrying me because it seems complicated. What happens if you choose the same one again? Nothing. As far... Oh, she can choose her primary element. Oh, because we could get another wild talent. I understand. Okay. Let's have water and air, I guess. Although fire would make more sense because we have the scorching ray stuff. But I think air or... Oh, actually, it tells you what it does. This one does mobility in ranged combat. Masters of defensive technique. Fire is a potent weapon. And this one is versatility. I'm going to take Earth. I want defensiveness. Yeah, sure. Especially as it's just her and me here on this quest. Tempted to take Persuasion just for the buff. Although, we don't get quite as much as we got when we put it into Perception. I'm going to take Stealth and Athletics. Sure. That seems fine. Here. Oh yeah, go for this one. Weapon Focus. Why? What can we choose here? We can't choose anything that's useful, so I'm not going to choose anything. I don't think we have anything now that's useful. Oh, Kinetic Blast. Yeah, there we go. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, I'd say. I kind of agree, yeah. If it's our only way of attacking, then let's make it better. And yeah, it's going to scale with us, so that makes sense. I'll go with what it says. Kineticist. So we get another wild talent, and we get an infusion specialization. Whenever Kineticist uses one of infusions with the blast, it reduces the combined burn cost by 1. Okay, that's fine. Here, we get a skill point. Con. I heard so much about Con that I'm putting points into Con. Stealth, Athletics. Okay, so now we've got a whole bunch of new talents. Earth. So we can take this one and get another feat. We can take Healing Burst to heal all creatures in a 30 foot radius, but that is going to heal enemies. Expanded Defense. Choose an element you selected with Expanded Element. You can gain the element's defense wild talent. You take this wild talent multiple times, choosing a different element each time. Enduring Earth. When using these blasts, include Earth, double the duration if it's longer than a round. Maybe. Elements defense wild talent. Don't know what that means. The healing sounds useful. It sounds like it could be useful. However, that is all creatures, not just our creatures. Skilled Kineticist? No. Bonus feature. Could take, like, Trip. We don't have Trip yet. Tripping people over seems to be quite useful if we can get it to happen. I don't know. I kind of like Enduring Earth. The ability for everything to just double in duration seems quite nice. And the passive abilities I think are going to help here quite a lot. Kineticist. So, next level. We get the next level of meta. So we get 2 points of burn. We can get something as if using Maximize Spell. Get the next level of Blast. And we get next Infusion. Okay. Stealth and Athletics. That's alright. Apologies, I do keep taking little pauses to take a drink. That's just because I've been recording a lot today and I'm slowly losing the voice, but that's alright. We'll have a backlog over a long period of time when I'm not here, which is kind of the objective. Right, let's see, what do I want to take? I do like, they've kind of updated the icons here a little bit. It looks a little bit nicer. We could get better armor. Not sure if that's needed. But there's nothing that said our armor had to be bad, if you know what I'm meaning. Like, it wasn't like any of our spells wouldn't work with higher armor. It doesn't seem like they're arcane spells, so the arcane spell failure penalty doesn't matter. Don't lose... Okay. So... Sorry, I'm looking at this one. When we become proficient with medium, we would lose the ability to use our dexterity. We'd lose some dexterity bonus, but actually at medium, that's higher than our dexterity bonus anyway. I'm going to take it. Then we get an infusion. So, bowling infusion. So that's earth, magma, metal, mud. So you bowl over your foes with the sheer mass of your kinetic blast. So attempt to trip combat maneuver check against each target damaged by the blast using your con modifier instead of your strength modifier. Entangling's entangle, we don't need that. Pushing knocks him back. What's spindle and spray? Spindle You throw a long, roughly 5 by 10 foot spindle of elemental matter or energy up to 30 feet away, damaging all creatures within 2 adjacent 5 foot squares unless they succeed at reflex saves. Energy Blast infused with spindle deals its normal damage to each target, while Physical Blast deals half its normal damage. And then Spray is just a spray. I think Bowling Infusion sounds useful. Yeah, it sounds good. Try that. Complete, and then one last level. So, Wild Talents, we get the next Wild Talent. We'll get ourselves Stealth, we'll get ourselves Athletics, and... what are we going to take? We could take Expanded Defense. What does that do when I click it? We get Flesh of Stone. Oh, okay. Your skin hardens like stone, dampening the impact of most attacks. You gain 1 DR per... DR1 Adamantine. This DR increases by 1 for every 2 Kineticist levels beyond the first. So we would gain 5 DR overall. By accepting 1 point of burn, you can increase the DR by 1 until next time your burn is removed to a maximum DR equal to your Kineticist level. Yeah, that would give us 10 DR, which is pretty nice, actually. Flesh of Stone. I'm all in. Complete. Okay, so let's have a look at what we got. So we got this burn thing. Yeah, we got Charge. We got Treat Affliction. We got Scorching Rays. That's a 1 per day thing. Water Blast, which we can upgrade to be Water Blast, which... alright, and it tells you how much damage it does. So the base one is 14 to 39 damage of bludgeoning. You slam a single foe, costs you 0 burn. Extended Range costs us some extra burn, and that has a longer range. Torrent just kind of throws some water in a 30-foot line and costs you 2 burn. But that's going to cost you a full round action. Okay, cool. Kinetic Healer. You can heal a willing creature, it says, for 1 burn. Earth Blast, we have. We also have Extended Range Earth Blast. And that does slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning. Then we have Mud Blast, which is a mixture of water and of earth, which then does a lot more bludgeoning damage, and it costs us 2 burn. So it's kind of like a lot of damage. And then we can torrent that as well. I understand. And then it will do like a 30-foot blast. Okay. And Flesh of Stone just gives us that. How long does it last for? Does it cost 0? So I can just use it now. Oh, but we're only able to use it 5 times. Why? That cost us a burn. But why did it cost us a burn? Didn't say it was going to cost us a burn. This burn is 0. Oh, no, we naturally have it, but we can click it to increase it. I understand. So we naturally have the DR. Doesn't have DR anywhere on here, does it? No. But we naturally have 5 DR now. But we can click it to increase that, and then we get a burn. I understand. I say again for like the 10th time, despite not truly understanding. Okay. So we got 2 ranged characters, what I'm getting at. How do I get that sword thing? I was told that we got a sword. Oh, right, there we go. We actually have more abilities that are hidden. So we have all of these ones. I might as well put them down here. That's fine. Wait, did I put down the same one? That's empowered, maximized. That's okay. So gather power is something that I'm not sure we have to do. Okay, no. Gather power means that you don't have to use things. You basically spend a turn and then attack if you want to gather power. So those are worth having around as well. So that's basically saying I can spend a turn to not have to. So if I could use low power, if I'm not going to move, I can reduce the cost of a chosen blast by 1. So like I could get the Flesh of Stone, costs nothing. I see. Wait. Is that right? No, only for blasts. Only for blasts. So like if I wanted to say Mud Blast, which is a 2 burn, I could spend a medium turn, which is a full round action, gathering it, then shoot it off. So what I might want to do is if I'm going to move, gather power, then Mud Blast. I understand. I say again. We have the Cat Familiar, which I'll just activate now. because why would we not activate our cat familiar? Okay, that's fine. I might open that up as well, just so we have some of these. The cat. Shroud of Water is the shield, which is obviously the right choice. We can make a blade. We can make many different blades, which is fine. I'm going to move them over here as well. So, say I wanted to make a water blade. It costs nothing. Yeah, we just now have it active, so we now have a water blade active. Seems like a good idea, and that basically gives us a weapon now. I understand. Right. Party formation. Something like that. The worst triangle you've ever seen. Right, quick save. There's our cat. We head down here? No, we have to head this way. Right, let's do the quest, shall we? I kind of want to be a lot further behind. I also don't want to mess up any of my formations, so let's just go with this. Can we move ourselves further along? No. Okay, edible moss. We'll have it. Okay. That is an enemy down there. Okay. You don't want to try blasting them from afar. There's a furious slurk. So,
I'm glad you called.
Can you please water blast using water blast the furious slurk?
Let's make this quick.
That was good. Yeah, these enemies are weak as well. So now she's gonna walk. Oh, she still has the sword out. That's fine. Oh, if they want to attack us from range, I'm all in for attacking from range. Yes, you don't need that, but yeah, kill it.
Solid plan.
And she'll just use that whenever. Yeah, that's her default attack is water blast. Okay, that's good. I like it. A bunch of slurks. Another slurk over here. So if I just choose attack,
Enemy near.
she will try and water blast it. It's fine. We don't necessarily. Oh wait, she will run in and attack now. Okay, that's fine. Missed. Okay. I probably should have water blasted it from afar. But that then does the water blast in range, in melee. So actually, she doesn't really need that around. Yeah, she can get that to appear whenever she wants to water blast something, essentially. Or whenever she wants to attack in melee. That's the only time she really needs that available. Okay, that's fine. I think the 10 DR might be the correct move anyway there. For her. That's fine. Right. So if I attack over here,
Watch each other.
she's going to attack in melee. Okay, unless I choose this, in which case I guess she'll keep attacking with that, maybe? Right, fire. Spell failed. Oh, so it can fail. So if she has a concentration check on it, I understand. Luckily, we don't have any of that sort of rubbish in our stuff. What's up with her? She's all kind of... Oh, she's slimed. I see. That's fine. Another one down. And get the next one. Dead. Nice. Okay, well that went well. Quick save. What's up with these? The water elementals whirl anxiously but make no move to attack. Kaliki is obviously commanding their attention. The creatures' bodies ripple as they freeze and face the girl. This is what I felt. These creatures, we belong to the same elemental force. The girl leans forward. I could be wrong, but I feel they are seething. As if yearning for freedom. They cannot leave. And they've been trapped in this place for a long time, an incredibly long time. Okay, let's examine them with Detect Magic. The seal has a strong aura. It appears as though a magical trap has tied the elementals to this place. Oh wow, yeah, we need to Detect Magic for that. Okay. What will happen if we set the elementals free? Could we? I doubt they would attack. They suffer here under the ruthless sun, far from the elemental forces. They seem happy to see me and are pleading for help. Yeah, water elementals at a settlement that perished from a sudden flood. Kaliki's eyes are full of sorrow. Yes, it would seem that someone used them to kill the Taldans, and then just abandoned them here. But who? Who could use such powerful magic only to kill simple miners? The past hides so many secrets. I understand. Let's see what we can do. Okay. So
I'll go ahead.
there's fire around the outside, so hear me out here, right? Maybe it's trying to
Taking
teach you
so
to
long.
use her abilities. So if we use Torrent of Water here. Yeah, it's teaching you to use her abilities. Got it. And this is just to make sure it's not an accident. That's why it's getting you to do all of them. Right, and get them. And get them. I kind of like the Kineticists now I understand what we're doing. Okay. The elementals billow and shiver anxiously. They seem distraught, distrustful of their newfound freedom. Twisted masses of water resembling arms extend forward as if pointing to something ahead. One of the elementals utters a word in an unfamiliar language that reaches out to Kaliki. They seem to be saying danger ahead and they're ready to help us if we need help. The word he said is some kind of name or call. As if knowing their message had been understood, the elementals rush away to their long-desired freedom. Alright, well, we've got friendly elementals. Oh, I like it. They go into the water and then just disappear. That's kind of neat, although I think that might be their death animation. But still, I like it. That was not what I meant to do there. That's okay. Yeah, now they're just hiding underneath there. That was their death animation. Loot. Ooh, nice. I mean, all of this I'll have. Don't know why it's in a goods box, but whatever. It's fine. We'll quick save. And we'll carry on. Carry on with the danger ahead. Ah, so we have to climb. Okay, Kaliki. Climb. Kaliki throws back her head and looks upwards. Up there! There's a tower there on the cliff. But it'd be difficult to climb such a steep slope. Kaliki gives you a pensive and sad smile. My sister and I used to climb cliffs together. She was so angry when I was faster. But she always helped me when she got ahead. Is this my athletics or hers? And why would we not use the rope? Oh, I guess I have rope in my inventory that we can use? Yeah, maybe. And I lose the... Yeah, okay. Kaliki climbs the cliff with the dexterity of a lizard, but you go stride for stride with her. Really? You sure? I mean, she climbs cliffs for fun, and I'm a gnome. Easily keeping up. Soon the top of the cliff lies before you. Okay. We made it. What a beautiful place and cozy. The cliff seemed to embrace this place. Alright, where's she off to? And a waterfall. Now I see where the Taldans decided to settle here. I'd live here too. Is that a cave behind the waterfall? This became darker? Oh, no, it just gave me control. That's why it became darker.
You should take a look.
Ooh. We had a perception check for this cave? I mean, sure, I want to go inside it.
Clear.
Seemed obvious, but it might be the way we need to go. Oh, giant centipedes.
Please, do tell.
Blast them. Yeah, you blast
Duty
them.
calls.
I'll fire them.
Enjoy your final
Nice.
moments.
Right, now we get her to get her sword out and she
This
attacks.
is going to
Then
hurt.
we attack the tremendous centipede. That's fine. So she's now ready to attack people with the sword. But it's not her ideal situation to be in. But it will do the water blast damage, I see. And now she'll use water blast from range because she can. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Right. The Bane of Ore, the Taldans hadn't finished mining when the settlement perished. Okay. Got a dead guy. We'll have his stuff, sure.
Tread lightly.
Right. Are we over our weight and limit? Slightly. Well, we're over light. What we got here? The old Taldan Adit is surprisingly well preserved. The ore mine could be restored here. Oh, and get us some extra something.
You asked for it.
Like economy. Right. Fireball here. Just kill as many as we can in one hit. That's what we're going for. She's going to hit it. Why would she not use the sword there?
Aim carefully.
Hit with your sword.
Hold it.
Yeah, that's what we're going for. Yeah, we'll use this. Ours didn't work. Okay. Miss. Try it again. Okay. Well, hit it again. Still didn't work. Oh, they're immune to it. Because they're a centipede. You know what? Makes a lot of sense. How about I just shoot a lightning bolt at you? Here's where she just hits. Nope. That'll do it. Oh, her dex got lowered. That's not good. Yes, that's to say, hey, if you got the ability restore thing, that would be real useful right now. Do I have any potions of that? I don't think I do. I think I had some potions of that, and now I don't. Yeah, I don't have any ability restore potions, so she's just going to take negatives to her dex for another 22 seconds. DC save is constitution based. Yeah, nice. A couple of dex negatives, but that's okay. Grab some mushrooms. And there's a chest in here. Your prize for coming in. Alright, we'll have a look at that. I'm not expecting anything to be too difficult in this area because it's all pretty much, you know, teaching you how to use the Kineticist. The Beetle and Amber. I could actually equip her. I just realized I haven't actually equipped her with anything I have. Now, her weapons being equipped are pointless. Armor and shields are also pointless, but accessories we can give her, like the bracers. Could also just give her a silver chain for whatever reason. I'm not going to, but I could. Yeah, okay. Right. That. Athletics to clear the rubble. What's this take us to? From this point, you can see the rubble is not too great. You can move it aside. Yeah, sure, try it.
I'm good at this.
Well done. And now we can head out. That's fine. So where are we now? Oh, we're like over this side, which is just roughly where we were. That's okay. Yeah, nice optional area.
Let us be careful.
Head along. Ooh, gargoyle.
Solid plan. Let us.
Well, I'm going to shoot my fire at it. And I definitely want Kaliki to start Torrent of Water on it. Yeah.
Be careful, everyone. I am ready.
Move forward.
Cool off.
Right, we're going to back off. Gargoyle. Okay, if that did reduce damage, then maybe try using the Earth Blast Blade. Does that count as her having to, like, change weapon or something? Yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah, they're not doing much damage for these gargoyles. It's okay. Could be fine. Still did reduce damage. Oh well. Whatever. It's worth trying. It might have been, like, bludgeoning. Because the other one does, like, slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing. So it might have been just bludgeoning that it was strong to, but no, I think it's strong to all physical. Okay, in we go. Kaliki warily looks around the area. The tower, it's destroyed, and I'm afraid... Look, it's pouring again. When the weather gets like this, all I want is to dance. Oh, that's a weird-looking creature. Kaliki points at the ruins. A frightening gargoyle is sitting among them. Is it even a gargoyle? The jewels the monster has gathered in its nest glimmer here and there, but the brightest treasure of all is a small disc lying at its feet. It glistens white like incandescent metal, but a moment later it is covered by an abysmal blackness. Then it flashes white again. The disc of the Eclipse! It must be, but how do we... The girl freezes mid-sentence, her eyes wide open, and then... Oh, interesting. You look in the eyes of the tiefling girl as she emerges from the portal. She raises her brow expressively. Oh, Sarasaros, it's a wonderful day, and what a view. Yes, there's no need for this charade. Your sister told me the truth. You see a glimmer of fear in the girl's almond-shaped eyes, but she quickly gathers herself. It was, to be expected. From the very beginning, I thought the Herald of Nethys was just joking with us, making us promise to keep everything a secret while forcing us to switch spontaneously, with no warning at any moment. I wonder if we will be punished for our failure. Well, what good is it to worry about something you can't change? I'm already living a borrowed life beyond my time. Kinera keeps silent for a few moments, contemplating her new situation, then she smiles coyly. Tell me, Sarasaros, the last time we met, you were sitting on a throne in a great hall surrounded by guards and advisors. Now we're sitting all alone at the top of a cliff in some backwater surrounded by slimy, flesh-eating toads and other revolting monsters. I don't even know which question to ask first. Why or how? Well, you see, I'm a baroness of many talents. Kinera rolls her eyes ostentatiously. I thought palace balls and parades were the proper entertainment for nobility, but rock climbing isn't too bad either. Right, your sister asked me to find an artifact. An artifact? It doesn't have to be the Disc of the Eclipse, does it? Of course, it was I who first told you about it, but I imagined us sitting cozy by a fire in your castle while your servants went off to collect it. But oh well, an adventure it is then. It seems our treasure's been stolen by that ugly gargoyle. So what are we supposed to do now? Well, we freed some water elementals who seem friendly. They will help us defeat the gargoyle. So we let them fight instead of us, right? We can stand back and watch? Kinera smiles coyly. No, we'll fight together. Kinera wrinkles her nose. Oh, as you wish, your grace. We'll risk our lives for animated puddles. Fine, let's call them. Okay, we used our secret call sign. Sure. Oh, and now we're down at the bottom of the cliff. That was impressive. Are we gonna help, or are we just gonna be standing here? That's fine. Gargoyle-like tree ends. Okay, so spam that one. Kinera? Wait, does Kinera have a separate level up? She does. She's a different class. What is that? What's a Dark Elementalist? It is also a Kineticist. Fine. Okay, I understand. Searing Flash. Your body becomes hot whenever a creature hits you with an ability or an unarmed strike. That creature takes 1 point of damage per 4 Kineticist levels you possess. So, 2. And the gargoyle, a creature in a grapple with you takes double this amount of damage. Okay, by accepting a point of burn, you can increase it. If heat adaptation, they can fan the flames. Okay, so you can throw flames in a cone. That's fine. Yeah, so they're pretty much the same, except it's fire they've got. Okay, that's fine. Then Foxfire is their spell-like ability. So surround a creature with glowing flames that outline it as per fairy fire. So it means they can't be invisible and are easy to hit, I think, basically. Okay, well, we get to level her up, I guess. I didn't expect them to be different. Okay, very weird, but I'm kind of into it. Next. So let's have ourselves. I wonder whether you get to choose if this thing lets them have like control over their powers, whether you get to choose which one gets to come out with you or something. That would be weird, wouldn't it? Nature, mobility, and stealth. Sure. Here, I still think Elemental Whisper sounds cool, but what's Fire Fury? When using Fire Blast or Composite Blast that include fire, add your Elemental Overflow bonus to the damage dealt. If your Kinetic Blast normally adds double your Elemental Overflow damage to damage, then these effects flat. Anyway. So what does that do? So Elemental Overflow. Where is that? That's this one here. Well, where is Elemental Overflow? What's Dark Studies anyway? Dark Elemental's base will save bonus from the Kineticist class is equal to 2 plus half her Kineticist level, and her base reflex and fortitude save bonuses are equal to a third of her Kineticist level. She gains all knowledge and lower skills with class skills. Use intelligence modifier instead of con modifier to determine damage with wild talents. The DCs of constitution based wild talents, the durations of wild talents with constitution based durations, and a bonus of concentration checks for wild talents. Basically, she uses int instead of con. That's fine. Fire Blast, can't last skills, soul power. Oh, the Dark Elementalist uses the souls of others to protect herself from the danger of burn. She can't choose to accept burn if doing so would raise her total number of points above 3. However, the number of times per day equal to her intelligence modifier is a full round action. She can gather up the souls of dead creatures with hit die some equal or greater to her character level. When she does, some of existing burn is unloaded onto the departing souls, racking it with unspeakable torment, reducing her current burn total by 1. Okay, and then they gain attack and damage bonus from elemental overflow bonus based on how many times they successfully use soul power to rack souls rather than based on her current burn total. Okay, this ability alters burn and elemental overflow and replaces the internal buffer. I think that one might have been something else. Anyway, that might have... Okay, where's elemental overflow though? I don't know. Right. Let's carry on and we can have a look at that in a second. So this would do elemental overflow damage. Okay. So it's either Cat or Fire Fury. Let's use Fire Fury. It appears to be a passive. Take it. Right, Kineticist. We'll take the next one. We get Kinetic Blast, an expanded element. Next element we're going to take... Let's take air. I mean, previously we took water and earth. Let's take air, right? Fire and air seems to make sense as well. Take those three, and then we have an extra point. Perception, I guess. That's fine. Or we could go, like, religion. But that's fine. Seems okay to me. Right. Weapon focus. Yes, I agree that this is the correct option for Kinetic Blast. And then we can either have Electric Blast or Air Blast. I want electricity to shoot out of my hand. Yes, this seems like a good idea. It also kind of gives me that Avatar vibe. Like, we've learned lightning bending, effectively. That's kind of what Kineticists is, isn't it? It's just the... it's a controller of elements. That's pretty much it, isn't it? Yeah, I kind of learned what a Kineticist is. Oh, we only got 3 skill points that time. Oh, well. And we get an ability point. Yeah. Here... Ooh, we got all sorts. Aerial adaptation. To gain electricity resistance. Aerial evasion. So you use wind to buffer yourself away from wind area attacks. Next time, until your burn is removed, you gain the evasion ability. Okay, for 1 burn. Whenever you make a reflex saving throw to determine whether you take half damage, successful save no longer... It does no damage, basically. You can galvanize the flow of electricity within your allies to enhance their speed. This acts as a haste, except it lasts for 1 round. You accept 1 point of burn to increase it to 1 round per kinesis level you have. Okay. And then cold adaptation. I'm gonna take... I don't know. I'm gonna take... What's expanded defense give us? It gives us enveloping winds. Constantly surround yourself with a whirling torrent of air. All ranged attacks with physical weapons suffer a 20% mischance against you. This has no effect on ray attacks. The mischance is increased by 5% for every 5 kineticist levels beyond the first. So it's 10% right now. By accepting a point of burn, you can increase it by 5% to make it 15%. You can continue to accept points of burn to increase the chance further up to a maximum of 75%. I like it. Yeah, we'll take enveloping winds. Yeah, cool. Here, Kineticist. Same kind of stuff. We'll take a point. We have an extra one to spend. We'll go into perception. Here, I don't know what we want to go with. We could take medium armor. Or we could take something else. I don't know. Just trying to see if anything jumps out at me as something we should have. Improved initiative maybe would be fine. Dodge is also pretty nice for just not being hit. I don't need Die Hard, because that's the one where that's the one I dislike from the orcs. Yeah. Alertness, probably not. Let's take Dodge. Let's just take a single AC, and then we get Infusion. Okay. So what do we want? We could take the Kinetic Blade, which we don't currently have. Foxfire. Let's just do that kind of... Let's just leave Flickering. It's Fairy Fire, right? Yeah. Flash Infusion. Your Kinetic Blast is so bright it blinds your foes. Okay. Eruption. It's a blast pillar, basically. Okay. Detonation. Flames explode around us. Magnetic. Whenever infused blast deals damage to a foe, attacks made with metal weapons against that foe receive a +4 bonus. Okay. Spindle. That's the spindle one that we saw before. Synaptic Infusion. Blasts in strange electric signals through the target's body, scrambling synapses and causing it to be staggered for 1 round. Ooh, okay. I'm going to take Eruption, probably, because that sounds awesome. Yeah, we'll take that one. Complete. Then this one, the last wild talent. We'll take 1, 2, 3. And we get Flame Shield now. When your Searing Flash infusion is active, any creature that strikes you takes an amount of fire damage equal to half your Kineticist level unless it's using a reach weapon. Okay. I'm going to get myself a familiar. I could get myself another cat. I'm kind of into that. Like, or I could get her a dog one. Like, one has the cat, one has the dog. Yeah, I'd say I'm going to get them both cats. Except this one's going to be a fire cat. Obviously. Cool. So she's now all set up with her new level stuff. Turn on the cat familiar, obviously. Fire Blast is there. We have Electric Blast. Searing Flash, increased damage is there. The meta magic stuff needs to be over here as well. She doesn't have quite as much as her sister has in terms of abilities. Yeah, let's give her that stuff. Gonna move that off the bar so we can then stick these over here. Because I want these to be next to each other. Because they sound like they're kind of the same thing. Right, and what's this one? Soul Power. Yeah. That's fine. So, Fire Blast the tree ent, I guess. Actually, use electricity on the tree ent. Electricity blast it, and then we are going to Searing. Yeah, we're going to Searing Scorching Ray. Yeah, there we go. Because it's raining, we get to only walk really slowly up to it. Okay. Just take our time, don't worry. These guys will last forever, except for the fact that they're already dead, but whatever. How close do you need to get? Oh, there we go. That was good. Killed it. And some of the elementals are still alive. That was nice. Good. What have we got here? Some kind of weird line. An empire once so great, where is your strength? Does the same fate await us? No answer. Okay. Got all sorts of stuff here. We'll have this. We got an amulet. Yeah, collect all. That's a +1 amulet of natural armor. I think it's trying to tell me something. Do you like an amulet of natural armor? Sounds good to me. Here, diamond dust and a grinding stone, and this one. Yeah, we'll collect all. Right, and then we have the Disc of the Eclipse. Let's see what we have here. Kinera's tail dances just above the ground, giving away the tiefling's excitement. He's obviously anxious to grab the Disc of the Eclipse, but waits for you to nod. Let's examine it. You easily find the disc's aura. It's an intricate artifact, but it doesn't seem especially powerful. But you notice something else, traces of a much stronger aura nearby. Seems like someone was here. Someone very powerful was here before you and did something to the disc. Kinera, I sense something strange, as if someone was here right before us and did something to the disc. The tiefling seems surprised. Someone was here before us, found the treasures and the artifact, but didn't take them? So strange. Well, we aren't going to use the disc right now anyway, are we? We'll just take it to the capital and examine it there. Alright, fine, let's take the disc. Oh, hello. The girl quickly grabs the artifact with both hands, and that very instant you hear a loud sound like a clap, and Kinera is enveloped in a cocoon of white light which quickly turns to darkness. You hear voices whispering and interrupting each other. They seem to be speaking in images, not natural words. Black, white, bound, split, indivisible. And the strange aura ends as quickly as it began. The darkness disappears and Kinera is standing just where she was, seemingly intact, but the disc in her hands is gone. Are you alright? What? Kinera seems to barely hear you. She shakes her head a few times as if she's emerging from a dream. Amazing! I didn't expect this. Listen, the artifact didn't disappear. I can feel it. It's a part of me now, and I think I know how to use it. Kaliki looks at you in complete astonishment. Saraceros, so what happened? I was sleeping in the demiplane, and this time I wasn't pulled out of it like usual. I heard a voice, Kinera's voice. Well, Kinera and I recovered the disc of the Eclipse. It affected her in a strange way. So what I felt and heard was the influence of the disc, but it's so strange. Kaliki closes her eyes and stands still. Her dark hair moves in the wind, but nothing happens for a minute. Then, without opening her eyes, she begins to move her head. Yes, now I understand. Hello again. Are we still here in the Sorrow Flow? So my sweet sister learned how to use our new ability so quickly. I was sure it would take her a year. I'm going to try and switch this again. Please tell her for me that she's a foolish goat. Kaliki looks even more stunned. I'm back again, and again I heard my sister calling me. I felt it inside, just like my bond to the elemental forces. Now we can switch places whenever we wish. Well, your sister asked me to tell you to give a nice big hug to the wonderful Baroness who helped you so much. Really? Kaliki looked sincerely surprised and a little embarrassed. I could, if you're comfortable with that, of course. I'm perfectly comfortable. Kaliki looks at you with suspicion and remarks, You're joking, aren't you? So now you can switch whenever you want to. Yes, there are so many thoughts in my head. It's a miracle we found such a rare artifact that could help us. Or perhaps Neth has planned this all along. And what should we do with this new gift? Now my sister and I must decide how to divide the time we share. Kaliki shakes her head. Yes, I'll think about this and many other things, but for now I wish to thank you, Saraceros. If a foreign outcast gratitude means anything to you, you have it. And one more thing, I'd like to remain in your lands and keep and help you with your quests and travels. Now that we can better control our switches, we won't have to keep running from one place to another. I think Kinara will support my idea. What do you say? You'd be most welcome. May this be the beginning of a wonderful journey. Fantastic! We have a permanent new friend.
I'm glad you called.
They have the ability to switch. We can say call forth. Your next 2 rounds. Next time Kinera uses the ability of burn cost that... wait. And next time Kinera uses the ability of a burn cost, that cost will be reduced by 1. We can just be like switch. Okay, and then she also has the ability switch. I'm going to move it over to roughly the same spot. Nice. Interesting. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do with her, but another spellcaster who doesn't suck is definitely an interesting proposition, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, not that I'm saying the other spellcasters we have suck, I'm just saying they're not, like, fantastic spellcasters. Taldor and Quidar are rivals for ages. It's strange to wander these ruins. Yeah, not that strange.
Let's head out.
You need to get used to it. We're going to be doing a lot of wandering ruins. Right, and that's us out. And then we've learned about Kaliki. Our new friend named Kayesi. Oh yeah, I love that they were like, we can't use our real name. Let's just use Kayesi and then immediately say, nope, we're not called either of those. We're called 2 separate names. You could have just kept one name and that probably would have solved the problem. Like the name of the person people didn't think was dead. But anyway, that's fine. We're now back. Oh, and our party's this party again. Huh, interesting. Well, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you for watching, and next time we'll head off and do something else. See you then. Goodbye.